Once upon a time, deep in the heart of the savannah, there lived a lion named Zaro. Now, Zaro wasn't your typical ferocious lion. He wasn't the biggest, strongest, or the most intimidating. In fact, at first glance, he might have even seemed a bit ordinary. His golden mane was shorter than the thick, luscious manes the other young male lions sported, and his roar, while mighty, didn't often shake the very foundations of the savannah like some of the older lions whose roars were deeper and more resonant. Despite this, Zaro had something that none of the other lions had: an unwavering self-belief. From the time he was just a cub, Zaro had been told by the wise elders of the jungle that he needed to prove himself. Only the strong survive, they'd say. You must be fierce to be respected. The other young male lions took these words to heart. They competed fiercely, trying to establish dominance over the others. But Zaro knew that strength wasn't just about physical power. It was about the quiet confidence that came with patience, persistence, and understanding. As Zaro grew older, the challenges he faced grew more significant. The other lions continued to question his approach, and their doubts echoed in Zaro's own mind, whispering that he might never be accepted if he didn't prove his strength. But Zaro held firm to his beliefs. He didn't feel the need to fight for dominance like the others. He knew that true strength lay in understanding the land and its inhabitants. One fateful day, a terrible drought struck the savannah. The once mighty rivers dried up, leaving behind cracked earth and desperate animals. Food became scarce, and the animals of the jungle, driven by hunger and thirst, turned on each other. The older, stronger lions led their prides with aggression, hunting anything they could find, and fighting fiercely over what little remained. The pressure was immense, and the other lions demanded that Zaro prove himself, to show them that he was more than just a pacifist dreamer. But Zaro knew that survival during the drought wasn't about brute force. It was about adaptation, ingenuity, and above all, peace. As the drought dragged on, Zaro refused to participate in the senseless violence. Instead, he spent his days searching for a solution, a way to help his pride survive without causing harm. Every day, the other lions taunted him, convinced that he was leading them to their doom. But Zaro remained undeterred. He knew that his time would come. Then one morning, as the sun beat down on the parched earth, Zaro stumbled upon a small, hidden stream. It trickled along, untouched by the drought, and promised water. Overjoyed, Zaro followed the stream, his heart pounding with hope. At the end of the stream, tucked away from the prying eyes of predators, Zaro found a secret oasis filled with wild berries and small animals that had found refuge there. It was a paradise hidden in the midst of the dry and dusty savannah. Realizing that he had found a source of food and water, Zaro wasted no time in returning to his pride. He led them to the oasis, and the lions, seeing the abundance of food and water, finally understood Zaro's quiet strength, his patience to observe, his persistence in searching for a solution, and his wisdom in knowing that true strength wasn't just about physical prowess, but about intelligence and compassion too, had saved them. From that day on, Zaro became the leader of his pride, not because of his roar or his strength in battle, but because of his resilience, his ability to listen to the world around him, and his courage to be different. And so, Zaro led his pride through the darkest days of the drought, showing them that true strength wasn't just about how hard you hit, but how well you could learn, adapt, and rise again after every fall.